Might be too dark, I don't know. Hopefully the tree doesn't come down on me. This path right next to the swamp. Oh, it's getting quiet. It's getting real quiet. That's a sign that the gill monster's coming out. Possibly. Whoa, I think you can see the eggs in there. A heart attack. Welcome, friends. I think I found a pretty good place for camping. Go back here, you can really hear the frogs singing back in here. There's a little bit of a swamp back there. So. And there's a robin, I think, that's a little upset because I think I found the robin's nest. So I'm going to look at that. Let's go over see if we can take a look. Might be too dark, I don't know. But I did look in here. Whoa, I think you can see the eggs in there. They come out pretty good, looks like. You can hear the robin in the background. A little upset with me. So anyway, this might be a good spot. We've got this wonderful log hanging over. You can probably drape a tarp off of that, I would think. And I don't know if I can be able to take the frogs all night, but we'll see what happens anyway. Where's that robin at? There's the swamp. Looks like this old tree really came crashing down when she did. Wonder if I can get up in here. Take a look. So anyway, I climbed up on top, and this is what it looks like from the top. Those old willow trees like this, even though they fall over, they continue to grow for a long time. Looks like the moon's out. It's a nice evening here in Wisconsin. Well, I guess I better set up. It's getting dark out. So I'm going to try and get this tarp up here. Well, got that portion up anyway. Okay, that should work out good. My bedroll out. weather, but it's only supposed to get down to 50 tonight. Well, what I'm actually going to do here is got a handy dandy little candle fire that we made. It's made out of melted wax and cardboard. Oh, I just burnt myself. Oh, there we go. And start up and get going. Have a little self-contained fire here. And what I'd like to do is to make some decaf coffee to go with the dessert I brought with me. So I hope this works. I've never done this before, other than lighting this. I haven't tried to cook anything over it before. So this could be a real new experience for me. So it's going good. That thing really puts off the flame. That should cook up some water, I would think. Let's go ahead and stick that on there. This wood came off of there. That goes back on to smother it when we're done. So get this pan on there. That's a pretty hot fire. I think that'll work. Stick some water on there. We'll have some decaf in no time. Yeah, I think this is going to work. We'll just wait and see how long this takes to boil. Not that it has to be boiling totally, but it should work. Well, you can certainly hear the frogs croaking. And that robin went away. It was barking at me like crazy. I don't think robins bark, but you know what I mean. Maybe this will heat quicker if I put this lid on there. That might be an idea. I think that water is probably boiled. Oh yeah, that's a boiling. Pull that back off of there, like that. And then over here, we've got multiple items. Coffee cup, because I gotta have my coffee. It's gonna be decaf tonight. And there's some decaf coffee in there, all ground up. And this little filter to make it in. So that's gonna be cool. See how that works. It puts off a nice fire. You can see the cardboard in there all wound up. That's how that works, just a bunch of wax and cardboard. Alright, well, probably should take a look around. So my water's hot, that's the main thing. I can make my decaf now and my dessert. So anyway, I'll get this fire put out. Well, first of all, I'll take this pan off here with the hot water. Take my cup off, and I'll get this grill off. It's not hot on this end, thank goodness. That would be not good. And then you can take this top, and this is how you can snuff this out real easy. Whoa, fire is out. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Well, guess I'll get my decaf going here. So what I'm going to do first here before I make my coffee is make my dessert. I have some fresh blueberries straight out of the freezer, fresh as they get down here, and got some almonds, pour in there. See, chocolate salted caramel flavor baking chips, and they're sweetened with stevia, so it doesn't have all that sugar in it. Dump some whipping cream in there, like this. I'm going to use stevia, and it's vanilla cream, so that doesn't have sugar in it either.
Pa, before you get too carried away with that sugar stuff, I want to say to these people, thank you for watching. And if you've made it this far into the video, do us a favor, hit that like button. And you might want to subscribe, because there's plenty more of these crazy videos to come.
Like, we eat too much sugar, don't we? All of us. I try not to eat hardly any if I can, but certain things that turn into sugar that I eat, but I try to stay away from them. So, anyway, that's going to be my dessert. A decaf coffee. You just pour some in here. Just you can pour your hot water through there, or you can just pour your hot water into and let it seep in there too. I think that's what I'll do this time. Just let that seep. Steep, I should say. I can't get my words right, can I? That's alright. So, get that in there, and you can see down in there. Show that if I can. Anyway, what I do is just kind of lift that up and down, let it go through those coffee grounds, kind of like a percolator. Let that sit for a little bit. Not too long. We don't really want cold coffee, do we? Who likes that? Not me. You can also use this vanilla cream stevia in your coffee if you like, kind of like a latte. That works good. The ground is a little damp here yet. From the snow runoff and everything. But the tarp's going to protect me. That is really good. See how this coffee is. Not bad. I'm underneath this big old tree with the tarp, so hopefully the tree doesn't come down on me and kill me tonight, but that'll put me out of my misery anyway. So, let's see, in the morning, I'm going to make breakfast back here on this. I got a pan with me, and had some bacon and eggs, toast to make up, so hopefully that works out. Well, this is a little bit video than our classic camper base camp videos that we normally do. But I thought I would do this before the mosquitoes came out, because you're out in the open. You're not in a camper with screens. There's enough of them get into the camper with, even if you do have screens, just going in and out of the door. So, yeah, back here with that marsh, I'll call it a marsh now. Sounds better, I guess, than a swamp. It's a place where mosquitoes spawn, that's for sure. But there aren't any right now. But probably in a week there will be, for sure. So you wouldn't want to be back here then, sure. But it's nice. You know, if it only gets down to 50, 51, something like that, that's not bad. 3 weeks ago, there was still snow. I tell you, sure nice to be out and about under the stars. And you can see some stars. There's a little bit of cloud cover, but the moon's out too, of course. So, yeah, it's going to be a nice night, I think. We'll see if I freeze or not. Boy, that dessert and coffee sure was nice. Enjoyed that. Well, it's getting late now. I'm going to go to bed here pretty quick. Hunker down, as Steve would say in his videos. This swamp out here reminds me about my grandkids. They come over and stay overnight now and then. But last summer we went and stayed in the Canned Ham vintage trailer, Dora, numerous times. And they always want Grandpa to tell them a story. Right now, the oldest is 10 years old, and her brother is 8 right now. So they're at an age, they still like those stories from Grandpa. But the swamp out here reminds me one of the stories I tell them. That's probably not good, but I tell them about the gill monster that lives down in the swamp. And yeah, they get a little scared, I guess. Not so much, but they ask for the stories again every time, so I guess that must not be too bad on them. So anyway, yeah, I'd tell them, you know, that these kids were out walking around and it was getting late and dark, and the kids were walking on this path right next to the swamp, and they'd heard that, oh, it's getting quiet, it's getting real quiet. That's a sign that the gill monster's coming out, possibly. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, I'd get them pretty excited about that. But then, on a lighter note, I would tell them stories about Ricky and Lucy and the long, long trailer. I don't know if you've seen that movie before. Most people that are older remember that movie with Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz. The long, long trailer. And remember putting all the rocks in this long trailer, and Ricky thought she got rid of all these rocks because she was collecting them, but she stuffed them back in. And of course they're going up big hills and so forth. So I told them all about those stories about Ricky and Lucy. So that was kind of fun. But this summer will be the third summer that I've had the classic camper and the Pathfinder made right here in Spencer, Wisconsin. I don't know if I don't think the manufacturer is still there, but I'm going to check that out someday. About the third year, the first year, I bought that camper in June, early June, and I worked on it all summer long. Worked hard, oh boy. I was retired, so I had the time to do that. And got a lot done, but it didn't get finished, but it got finished enough to be able to use it at the end of the season. So we went out, I don't know, it was end of August, first part of September, something like that. I think we went out a couple of times, and the counters weren't finished, but we just covered them up because it was kind of bare board. In the same way with the table, we covered it up too when we used it, and then we finished it off last summer, finished those off. So it's still got a couple things that we need to do to it yet, so there's always something, I guess, but it's worked well for us. We've certainly enjoyed having it and being able to camp in it, and the grandkids have come up to see us, and they've stayed overnight with us before in the camper, out camping. But there's a lot of places to camp around here, you know. There's Nicolay, Shawamigan National Forest. I hope I am not slaughtering the name. Or there's all these native names around here, and it's hard to pronounce them. The girl that I saw on Instagram, she just says, "Say them real fast, and nobody will notice." I got a kick out of her. So, but I'm originally from Montana, so things are a little bit different around here. The mountains aren't very high, that's for sure, if you can call much of anything a mountain. Rib Mountain, and where they ski over in Wausau and so forth. But anyway, we've had a lot of good times. Just the other night, the kids were over, stayed overnight at the house, and it was pretty cold out yet. We didn't go out in the camper or anything, but I told them the story about Hatchet. Remember the movie Hatchet? And the book Hatchet by Gary Polson? He just died not too long ago, as a matter of fact, but good writer. Yeah, he had some good stuff. But Hatchet is, if you remember it, it was a young boy that's got into this airplane with this pilot, and he's supposed to take him up to Alaska where his dad's working during the summer. So unfortunately, the pilot had a heart attack while he was flying the plane, and the pilot had given this young boy, Brian, lessons, a short lesson on how to fly the plane and so forth and keep it straight and all that. So that's how he was able to supposedly fly the plane, well, just long enough to dump it into the lake up in the middle of nowhere. And of course nobody knew where it was at, but he got out of the plane, but he was up there for a long time by himself, and all he had was a hatchet, and he used that for everything. And it's a good thing he had a hatchet along with him, and his mother had bought that for him just before they left. But it's an interesting story. If you get a chance to read the book or watch the old movie, you can get it on YouTube. But there's another book, Harris and Me is the name of the book. And that's by Gary Polson too. And it is so funny. I was in tears reading that thing, so I can highly recommend that. So anyway, that's some of the things we've been doing around here in Wisconsin. Well, I think I'm gonna get my bedroll ready to hunker down and enjoy the evening. Well, good night all. We'll see you in the morning.